Uh, yeah,
Oh,
no.
there was what did I see the other day? Oh, I watched this video that compared billionaires' wealth in terms of $1 million representing $100 bill, and it was actually pretty cool because it compared everything it basically compared everything to $100 to $1 million becoming $100 bill. So it made it easier to picture how much $1 trillion was.
It's a lot.
It's a lot because basically, you hold up $100. It's $100 bill is a lot of money, But he said, imagine this $100 bill represents $1 million, right? $1 million could be, life changing for a lot of people,
For
you know.
anybody.
For like 99% of the population
Yep.
that is not in the 1%,
Yep.
it is life
Pretty much.
changing. A lot of people. Anyways,
Well, unless you're millions of dollars in debt, which there are Americans who are millions of dollars in debt,
yeah,
and they're not the
but
one, and they're not the 1%, because it's just
that's the
credit
bottom
card debt.
1%.
Huh?
Okay, that's that's the bottom 1%. Okay,
they're the 1% of they're the bottom 1%.
they're the 0.1% of the bottom 1%.
People look up the average amount of debt in America. Every person's, the average American's in debt like $100,000 or something. This is the person that makes it that $100,000 that makes it the average. Most people probably are like $10,000-$20,000 in debt. No, it's this person who's in debt millions of dollars because they just credit cards, houses. They lost it all.
Homeless.
Huh?
How can you be that in debt and not be homeless? Because at a certain point, would the bank take your home?
I'm not saying they're not homeless. They just have credit cards that they just didn't pay back, and they just
I'm kind of curious how you can be that far in debt and not be homeless. I mean, at some does the bank just not care?
Oh no, the bank. It's the credit card companies.
Yeah, but I guess yeah. So when you have a credit card, what is your collateral?
There is none.
There is none.
So the credit cards are funky, right? To get the fact.
But don't people take out? Do people take out a loan? Do people take out a loan from the bank to pay for their credit card debt?
Yes. Usually they have something.
So then, when they take out a credit card loan, they put their house as collateral, right?
If they have a house, it's. I don't know. Personal loans are weird. Some personal loans don't have collateral at all.
Well, yeah, take student loans,
and so in exchange,
student loans, how do people have all these student loans? But if there's no collateral, no one cares. The banks can't take anything from you on your student loans, can they?
Student loans. So student loans.
If someone just decides to never pay them,
well, you can never get a loan.
What are they gonna do?
You can never get a loan again. You can never open a bank account anywhere.
Oh, that's the offense.
That is the issue. So let's say you have student debt, and you don't pay it back, or a loan of any sorts, and you don't make payments at your bank. The bank will eventually just get rid of your checking and savings account. They'll just write you a cashier's check, send it to you.
Now, is it possible to find a new bank? Or
No.
will all banks see your records and be like,
because
nope?
every time we go to look you up, every time we go to, open up you an account, it pulls up anything you have at any other bank that if you're in debt anywhere, you pop up. And as part of my job is for me to say, no, I can't open this. You have to go get this paid back to somebody. Or whoever you owe this money to, you have to go pay them back. And then you can open an account. So that's what happens, is basically they write you a cashier's check, or hell, they might just take the money out of your account and pay and just try and pay the loan with it. And you don't get squat. Yeah. But I'm assuming they're going to write you a cashier's check, a money order, send it to you in the mail, and say, goodbye. and then you have to pay them back. The loan and anything else. And you won't be able to open an account anywhere until you get that stuff paid back. So that's the issue.
I see.
That's if you have, and then also your credit score will be destroyed. You won't be able to get credit. And if you can, this is why credit cards and these personal loans, they can get away with this. They're extremely high interest rates. That's how they get away with not having to lie. It's extremely high interest rates. Now, these personal loans, it's still better.
Now, do they take away your credit card if you... Well, yeah, there's a maximum amount that you can build, right?
What? What do you mean?
Is there a max? It's like, obviously, those people, they're probably having troubles meeting their payment. Is there a max amount of debt that you can accrue on a credit card before the credit card's simply like, what?
Yes.
Nope, we're done?
Yes, credit cards have limits.
They do have a limit.
I don't know what it is. It depends
Well, no,
on
I
the
know
credit
they
card.
have a
Depends on your
monthly
credit.
limit. They have a like, a credit card, like I have a credit card, it has a limit on how much they can spend a month because that's how much they trust you per month. But do they have, like, a limit on how much debt you can accrue before they're like, you're done?
Yep. I mean, of course,
They do.
they'll still accrue interest.
Because I guess I don't know what my limit is for my history. Like, how much I can possibly accrue before they're like done.
I don't
done.
think you
I don't know. I don't know
find
that.
out.
But I know my monthly limit.
Yeah.
Before they're like, bro, you went way over budget this month. Where you're done. Because that's just how much they know they can trust you. They're like, you're not going to pay this back.
Well, the thing is, though, but the next month they'll let you do it again. And again, and again, and it'll all be at 19%.
Yeah, because in the next month they're like, because like because you still get some time into the next month to get more debt, and they're like, yeah, you're still good this month. You can double that if you want.
We'll let you. It'll also be at 19% interest. We'll let you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, they gave me an offer for 19 month of 0% APR. But then it's after those 19 months, it goes up to 22.5%.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, it's a way for you to make big payments. Like, say you want to build a house, right? And so you have to be making big payments. Well, it's a way to make big payments without having to worry about having to pay it all back at the end of the month. You can pay it back at the end of a year and a half before interest starts to accrue.
Put it on plastic. Oh, I'd like to buy this house. Okay, how are you going to pay for it? Plastic. What?
Yeah, you pay for a credit card,
APR.
And so you can make a whole bunch of big expenses, and then, say your buyer won't have the money at the end of the month, but, by 6 months, saving a little bit here and there, you'll finally have enough to pay it off before, you get hit with the big fine.
So, no, what you do is you buy the house with the credit card, right? And then that's a whole year you don't have to pay interest.
I don't think you can use a credit card as a down payment.
No, I'm saying you use it to buy the whole house.
Can you use a credit? Yeah, like a down payment with this credit card.
So no, what you do is you buy the whole house with it. You get a whole year of no interest, not from the bank, not from the credit card company.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that,
hold up. Let me find a house that'll give me a $500,000 limit.
Well, anyways, so what you do is, it's 1.5 years in no APR. So then you have 6 months to shop around for a super low interest rate, and a super low interest rate on a loan, and then you can pay your entire credit card back before you ever accrue any interest, and since you had a whole year of you're not doing any interest, you don't really have to worry about you're not paying interest in those really lows. So who knows? So you could probably get a pretty big, sizable payment, and that's imagine your 30-year mortgage. Now you were able, so now you had the money you were gonna have for the down payment, plus you have the money now for like a whole year's worth of payments and maybe a little bit extra because you weren't paying interest. So then you could do that as a whole massive down payment.
Yeah, but this whole thing comes back down to having a $500,000 credit card limit.
You got to get Mr. Beast's credit card that has no limit.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
Let me get one of them.
oh, actually, Mr. Beast said it has a limit. Remember in the video? He's like, actually, it has a limit. I just hope nobody reaches it.
Well, yeah, I don't remember what the. Cause I know there was a guy that was eyeing a diamond ring. Well, I think he said it was like $10 million or something.
Yeah,
I knew some guy was eyeing a diamond ring that was like $6 million, and because he was like, "This is within the budget. Like he could technically afford this if he want." Or maybe it was like $2 million, and the ring was like 1.8 million. He's like, "Yeah, what's the most expensive thing you got?" And he could have got it if he wanted, but he decided but if he was wrong, then he moved out and he couldn't get any price. And so I think he opted for something that was like 200,000.
right. Because
Only
he had to.
200,000.
Because you could buy whatever, but you had to know how much it was or something at the end.
Well, yeah, it was like you could buy whatever, but if you go over the limit, then you don't get anything.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't know what the limit
And
was.
like, I think what the Sentinel did was like you got 30 seconds to buy as much as you want.
But didn't Jimmy
And-
let them just spend whatever though?
Well, yeah, I think he took him. I think he took a couple people to like a store or something, and then they get to the checkout, and he's like, "No, I just did tell you this credit card does have a limit. Is there anything you want to put back, or do you think everything is within the limit?" And he takes them to like tech stores, like a Best Buy or something.
Right. But he was.
Where it's
But
easy to
the
rack
whole
up.
thing was he was never actually was going to buy them everything though, regardless.
Well, yeah.
But he just
No.
wanted to see if they would put things back, how
Oh.
conservative they'd be,
Well,
right?
see, yeah, I could, but no. Well, no one did. No one actually did go over the limit, but I'm not sure. I bet for the sake of the video, he probably would have said no. But then, after, like behind the scenes, he probably would have gave them something. Because I've seen videos, he said that, the people that lose on his show, they still walk away with something because he wants to make it worthwhile.
did you watch the Island video?
I did, yeah.
So like the second round. So the first round, we don't know what they got. Second round, they each got like $3,000 or whatever. So what did first round get? A gift card?
Yeah, right?
Just like
he had
you
100
spent
people.
20 minutes on a hot beach trying to light a fire. So that's 20 minutes of probably the hardest labor some of those people have ever done their entire life.
I can tell you right now, I probably would have taken the $50,000 and walked away.
Yeah. So that one girl, she was just like, not going to pay for 1 year's worth of college. And the funny thing is, we just came up with a new trivia question for the bank. And so our
No, I
trivia
want to know
question
who that
is...
person was. That person said that paid for like a semester. I'm like, what? That a $50,000?
No.
She would have
She said
years.
it wouldn't pay for 1 year. It wouldn't pay for 1 year. And I know it won't be a whole... It's not a semester. Because we
That would pay for 2.5 years for me.
So we just did a... God, I probably...
I'm looking for the
whole
dorms.
Outside the dorms, you could pay for your entire experience with that. at the
What
university.
school costs $50,000 in tuition alone?
So here I'm getting to this. So we have this new trivia question at our bank, and it's asking which these schools has the most expensive tuition. Fun fact: Wesleyan's in the top
Wait,
10.
let me guess. It's not an Ivy League. I bet it's like Stanford.
Stanford is in the top 10. It's in the top 5 or whatever. It is one of the options, but it's not Stanford.
Oh, can you tell me what state? Well, no. Tell me what coast.
Well, it's East Coast. There's
East Coast.
There's only one Ivy League class, like anything close to Ivy League on the West Coast, and that's Stanford.
Oh, yeah.
And Wesleyan. Wesleyan University here in Nebraska. Its tuition, so these are out-of-state tuitions. Its tuition is so damn high. It's in the top 10 in the world.
This school? Is it an Ivy League school?
I don't know. I don't know.
What
I don't know
state?
what it is. It might be. I don't know.
Do you know what state?
Yes.
No, can you tell me what state?
New York.
Ooh, so I got that. It's probably New York City, obviously. Um, Harvard's in Boston, right?
Yes, Harvard is in Boston.
Is Columbia? Is that in New York? Where's
Is it?
Columbia?
Columbia is in New York.
Is it Columbia?
It is Columbia.
It's Columbia. What? Really?
$65,000 a year.
How much?
$65,000.
What?
I think that's their out-of-state tuition. I don't think it's their
Holy moly!
60.
Columbia.
Which is crazy because Marshall technically went to Columbia Law School.
That's insane.
So when that girl said that 50,000 wouldn't pay for 1 year, I was thinking,
never mind. Yeah, she's going to a
she
school
must
like
be
that.
going to somewhere like Columbia.
Or she's talking about going to a school as well. Did she say tuition?
She said
Or
tuition.
did she say school?
She might have said school, but
Because when she's talking about school, well, then you could tack on, room and board is like double the price,
I doubt she would be.
including it.
Yeah. I think most of the people on there are a bit older than just 18, fresh out of high school.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
So they're not going to be paying for dorms. So
Yeah.
yeah, but when she said that, I was like,
But no, I would have took the check and ran. Because the thing is, only one person can win.
yeah.
And it's like, as much as I'd like it to be me, I have the shot at just 50 grand. I don't know if I'd really want to throw that away.
I don't know what I'm going to do with 50 grand though.
Well, that's the thing. 50 grand could make a difference.
It's an
I don't
awkward
know.
amount.
What?
50 grand's an awkward amount.
Because, see,
It's
50
more than
grand,
enough
50
for a
grand.
car.
Well, no, with 50 grand, obviously I can't quit my job. But
Right.
I could make it. I could go out and start looking for a house.
That is
Because that's
true.
enough.
With
that's enough for
50
a down
grand,
payment.
I guess.
I could start. I could start getting ready to go out and look for a house with 50 grand.
Actually, 50. So here, actually, 50 grand is awesome because I can do $40,000 is awesome for a down payment. That's
Yeah,
a $200,000 house. Not that you're gonna buy a $200,000 house for your first house, but that's a $200,000 house for 20% down payment.
Yeah, usually they say
That's
20% is what you should aim
40%.
for.
That's 40 grand. So that's an extra
Yeah.
10 grand laying over that you can either do for repairs for the house
For furniture.
or someone like me, I can put it towards a
Furniture.
car.
Oh yeah, and then you have another 10 grand for a car. I mean, I already have a car, so the 10 grand would probably be for furniture.
True. I don't need furniture.
You're gonna need furniture. Yeah.
Well, for one thing, furniture. For one thing about furniture is there's always people with furniture.
You know that one episode of The Big Bang Theory? How Leonard moves in with Sheldon, right?
Yeah.
And it's 2 lawn chairs and a TV on the floor.
Yep.
That would be your place. 2 lawn chairs and a TV on the floor. Oh my gosh.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though, right? I've got tons of shelves already. I've got my tables. I've got a couch. I've got a bed. I've got a TV stand. I've got table and chairs. The rest of the house is just going to be kind of empty.
That is true.
Which is fine, because I can always fill it in. And there's always people with furniture that are giving it away.
Well, I guess that is true.
For one thing, I'm not just going to go buy a house and live in it by myself.
I don't know how many houses come with, a fridge and washing machine and all that. Because, sometimes people want to take that with them, and other times, they move to a new house, they want all new appliances,
I
It kind of depends what kind of person you get.
if I move in, the thing is though, right? A refrigerator, washer. You need a refrigerator, washer, and dryer, oven, and I've got a microwave.
Dishwasher.
You don't need a dishwasher. You can do it by hand, but a dishwasher.
It makes life so nice, though.
That's about $2,000. All of those together is about $2,000, if that. If that's to say you're spending a lot on that. That's and you're not just buying the cheapest stuff available.
Yeah.
Like washer and dryer, I pay $40 a month for those damn things. Do you ever realize how nice a freaking washer and dryer over the 2 years paying $40 a month I could have bought? For $40 a month?
I've never gone appliance shopping. I don't know how much stuff costs.
If you're buying base model stuff, which honestly anymore is probably the better way to go because you can repair it easily. It's going to break easier, but you can repair it easier because there's no electronics in it. It's just, a freaking knob.
Yeah.
Like this, like my dryer and washer and dryer, they're brand new. They're brand new, models. But there's no technology in it. They're just literally just the basic knob stuff. So you can still buy that crap. And honest to
But
God,
it's crazy to think about it. As soon as you have that house, that money's gone. I mean, granted, you have, say $5,000, maybe $6,000 left after, you get some furniture. But, it's like that money is gone quick.
got a house.
That's true. But it's just like, it's crazy to think about how quickly that money goes.
Well, yeah, but I got a house now. I am 20 steps ahead. Hell, the generation ahead of me. I'm ahead of the generation ahead of me if I have a house.
No, but think about it this way. You could spend $50,000 and have like 3/4 of an RV paid for.
Half. Okay. We're dragging on. We're dragging on the podcast here. We're an hour and a half, and I could talk about the RV for a long time. I had a new idea about it. That I think we could do it for dirt cheap.
Should we end the podcast and then continue talking about it?
Yes. Well, anyways, I thought we'd try and aim for an hour. It's an hour and a half. But, that's what happens. That first segment was awesome. We had such a great conversation about computers. So, anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every other Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And good night.